What is up, y'all? It's your girl, brand new, and honey, I am back in the building. This time, honey, I'm back with a love and marriage Huntsville extra, honey. I am back to talk to you some more about the spirit of insecurity as it pertains to these men. I forgot to mention a few other things, honey, that these men may do to you if they suffer from the spirit of insecurity. Okay, so one of those things, you guys, that they may do to you is, it depends on if you are dealing with an overt narcissist or a covert narcissist. Now, with an overt narcissist, a lot of times what they will do is they will blow up your phone. That means they are excessively calling you, trying to get your attention, trying to get you back. You know, that's how they are. They that damn insecure and desperate, honey. They can't accept the fact that the relationship is over. Okay? Run away from me with this. Okay? Now, if you are dealing with a covert narcissist, a lot of times, you guys, the covert will ignore your text messages. They will act as if they have never received the text message. They will lie. A lot of times these same guys will break into your Facebook account, your YouTube account. They don't want you to have any friends or any contacts. You know, like, they are extremely insecure about you moving on. Another thing that these evil, diabolical devils will do, honey, is they will block you in your own driveway. Okay, now where did we hear that story from? Love and Marriage Huntsville, as it pertains to Martell and Melody. Y'all remember when she broke up with him and was going through the divorce and was trying to take stuff from the old marital home to take it on over to the new home of hers? Martell wasn't having that. He had to act a damn donkey. Okay, so let's play some of that audio. Okay, let's go back down memory lane. I'm going to play that audio, you guys. And then, honey, Miss Robinson will be back with some audio from my girl, Miss Deb Cooper. Okay, and she will continue to break down these insecure men, okay?
Anyway, now that I have moved on and have decided to leave, don't try to make things that aren't an issue. So first off, yes, I would have gotten my kids today only because I was trying to be nice, but niceness keeps biting me in the butt, which is, we've been doing 2 weeks for the longest. However, I usually keep them 3 because when it's Martell Holt's time to get the kids, he always has an excuse why I can't get them. Well, I ain't gonna be able to get her. Me coming to social media with receipts on that. Now have you? Because guess what? I've been trying not to play into this. Hey, let's talk about why Mel doesn't have the kids right now. Martell's upset because Mel has her own place that Martell is moving into. When I went to get my clothes today from the marital home, marked me in our driveway for hours. Okay? Martell decided that he was going to take certain purses and certain furs of mine and lock up in his truck and say that I can't take them.
That's another thing, honey. They will take your belongings, okay? They know that you like the nice things that you have, but this is what they do. They are this insecure, desperate, pathetic. They are just, disgusting.
So what something that should have been easy and should have been just on some like, hey, I'm not bothering you, I just want my stuff, I'm out, it turned into something more because he wanted it to be something more because he's bitter as hell. So ladies, let me tell you this. I'm sure many of y'all have at some point or time dealt with emotional abuse, mental abuse, and all of that. After that whole scene, I literally couldn't, and I recorded it, I literally couldn't get out of my driveway. I had a migraine out of this world and definitely set me back from what I was trying to do today, which was get my new home in order for me and my children. Real talk. But instead, I had to deal with hours of the foolishness. And furthermore, but y'all don't see me coming to y'all, he does stuff like this all the time, but y'all don't see me coming to y'all running telling y'all about it because I keep coming for me. and keep coming for me about my children. Straight up. Tail wants to make it seem like, oh, I wanted a divorce, I want a divorce. Every other day, or every 2 days maybe, I'm not like to keep it real, maybe every 2 days, he's asking me to be with him. He's asking me to be his woman again. Now, if I'm that damn bad of a person, this whole narrative he's trying to say that I've been cheating our whole marriage, then why the hell would you be trying to be with me? That don't even make sense. Y'all know that don't make sense. Don't make sense. Just use some common sense. At the end of the day, sometimes people don't expect consequences for bad behavior. And when they get those consequences, they can't deal with that shit. And that's real talk, but that's not my problem. That's not my problem. As I've shared with him, and he knows this, I already dealt with the tears, the depression, and everything I had to do because you publicly have embarrassed me. You publicly have humiliated me. You have continued to cheat. Other people calling me stupid for giving you other chances and calling me crazy for giving you other chances. All this extra stuff. Okay? And now that I'm walking away from you, you can't handle it. Keep it 100.
All right, guys. Next, we have Miss Deb Cooper, honey. She's going to be playing some audio where she gets to talking about how these crazy, insecure men want to punish their woman with indifference. Okay, I told y'all a lot of these insecure men are control freaks that love to play games. And that's kind of the biggest sign ever you're dealing with a man that suffers from the spirit of insecurity is everything is a big game with him. Okay, yeah, they love playing games, disrespecting you. They love to say that they punishing you, putting you in your place, just all types of pathetic, honey. So without further ado, I'm going to play that audio. And Miss Deb Cooper, honey, is going to be getting this man together, honey. Okay?
I listened to this young man's video, and I wanted to make some comments about it because evidently this kind of mentality is very common amongst young men on the internet. You know, he's promoting this stuff and trying to make money off of guys who are, you know, they don't really have a good, strong sense of masculinity. So they're trying to find it by dominating and controlling women, which is the typical nonsense that black males do. It's very unfortunate that they don't spend more energy into building themselves up as men instead of focusing on keeping women down and under their control. Even, you see what I mean? There's a difference there in focus and energy and direction and self-manifestation towards your goals and everything else. There is a big difference. Now, in this clip, I'm going to, let you listen to a few clips. I'll be interjecting my thoughts between them. So let's get started.
So, one of the things that keeps coming up with me is punishment, right? I find that guys don't really set boundaries with women. They don't really lay the law down with women. They don't lay structure in a woman's life. They just let a woman walk into their life, and they trust the woman to just abide by some structure that they haven't given them. They trust them women to know what they know. And this is an error in the ways of men.
Assuming that someone is a mind reader that's not an error in just the ways of men. That's the error in the ways of anybody walking on this planet. That's part of good communication. And as I always tell you women who want to assume that you have a relationship with a guy and he's your man and all this stuff, unless you two have sat down and talked about what each of your expectations are for a relationship, you have no idea what you're doing. You don't know if this guy is wanting some crazy like this control over your life to the point where, he's claiming that you don't feel like you're being controlled and that you're free and all this old stuff. But anytime a man approaches you with the mentality that you, as an adult female, working, some of you have children, you've been living your life, you dress yourself, you pay your rent or home mortgage, your car note, all that stuff. Okay, you're living as an independent thinking responsible a person. You pay your taxes, you go to work every day, you do everything that you need to do. Why do you need some clown who you just met coming through the door trying to dictate and control what you do and how you do it? The only thing he can tell you is what he would like to see. Now, you are the ultimate decider of whether you want to give it to him or not. That is a key part of a relationship. And if he wants something that you aren't interested in, and he clearly communicates it, you can tell him to go kick rocks, or you can start a process of negotiation, whichever one you want to do. But I don't even like this whole approach. Nobody gonna come in the gate telling me what to do and tell me how I'm gonna do it. And you want all them rules and regulations and stuff, why don't you go work for the government? Work for the police department. They love rules and regulations. But
I told y'all, honey, these men love to act like they the big kings. Okay, they is running stuff. Y'all ain't running nothing but your mouth. Okay? And that is why a lot of these men, honey, they get with these women that's insecure too. And some of the women are codependents. I'm just saying.
But you don't need to regulate over an adult woman who is in your life to love you. So this whole approach here isn't about showing you love and consideration and concern, nor getting those things from you. It's about controlling and dominating you at every opportunity, at every turn.
You to implement structure. Don't wait till she does wrong for you to get her social media passwords and make her get rid of her social media or change her number. She should come in a gate like that. She needs to come in the gate making sacrifices to respect you.
How unfortunate.
You hear that? She need to come in the gate making sacrifices for you. Nigga, is you paying all the bills? Okay, and a lot of them that talk the way he talk, they like to do that 50-50 shit. They don't want to pay all the bills. That's what the big king does. Okay, he pays all the bills. But, that's just my opinion, honey.
That their idea of respect is getting control and laying down laws and rules and all of that kind of stuff. That's not how you get respect from someone. You get respect from someone from being a leader, from being someone that they can look at and who steps through life, whose behavior, whose goals, whose accomplishments, whose struggles that they have overcome, who carries themselves in a way that is admirable and courteous and responsible. Those are the men that you respect. These guys, I'm telling you, I just never heard so much BS in my life. It just makes me very sad that there are so many young men so lost and confused about what manhood is and how to get a woman to love them and want to be with them and, think that he's smart and attractive and got his head on straight and all these kind of things that a woman would love to think about her man. But you got to walk the walk. You can't just talk the talk and come in there telling her what to do and how to do it. You have to prove yourself worthy of all of that. And you have no track record. He's telling you to come in the door for her to make sacrifices. How about you sacrifice your way right on back out that door?
That's right.
That's what you do because you ain't regulating nothing. I don't even know your middle name yet. And you sitting up here talking about what you going to do and how you going to regulate on somebody. Boy, if you don't shut up.
What I wanted to discuss is punish a woman with indifference. The only form of punishment that a woman should be experiencing from you is indifference. A woman should respect you enough, love you enough, put enough of her attention on you that she feels empty. She feels without when you withdraw your attention from her.
Child, don't y'all listen to what that man tell y'all. Well, that male, okay, M-A-L-E, baby. Okay, don't listen to him. Beat and made a spick and span sandwich for that fool. But yeah, y'all hear it. Y'all hear them, saying, they need your passwords to your social media. I told y'all they will try to delete all of your social media behind your back. So make sure you don't ever let no fool log in on your computer or your phone. Oh yeah. And it's just crazy how people are always saying, well, why some women, they don't want to get married because of fools like this. Okay, that's not loving. Okay, that is controlling and miserable. Okay, and that worships the devil. Okay, because ain't no way. God is not the author of this type of confusion. The devil is, okay? You fools is.
This is why women believe that men don't really love. Everything about them, as I've told you guys for the last 25 years, is about getting the upper hand over you. Nothing that this guy says is about showing you anything. It's all about protecting himself and dominating you. This kind of mind game here is the same kind of stuff. These are the same kind of games that pimps use. I don't know if you guys recognize that, but this thing where they want to reward you with positive attention and all this stuff, and then yank it away like yanking a rug out from under you to try to make you feel small and insignificant and unloved and unwanted and all this old kind of stuff. You know what? This is why I got to tell you guys all the time, you need to work on your self-esteem, because when a man plays these kind of childish games, you just look at him and say, okay, this is how you going to be, and then you get your stuff and you walk out the door and you go and have a good time with your friends. When you come back, he's still got his lip stuck out, still trying to manipulate you with the silent treatment and the pouting and the door slamming and stomping around, and he's, going and doing all stupid stuff. See, that is the kind of thing you do not let a man do to you. He wants to play those kind of stupid games. That's fine. You can play those. You can play those over there with some other dumb woman who's stupid enough to let you treat her like that. That chick doesn't live here. Okay, so you go do that if that's really the way that you want to resolve things. But how is that adulting? What you're doing is acting like a spoiled brat child. If you're having a problem with something that your mate is doing or saying or not doing or not saying, you are supposed to open your big rubbery lips and say something about it.
Exactly. Okay, like that made me think of Martell and Melody. Well, I told you what you wasn't doing in the marriage. For some reason, y'all, I don't think he really told her. I think he, may have said a little something in passing and then went on and did what he wanted to do. You got to pay attention to their actions, their behavior. And it was all in his delivery with how he would speak to Melody. So, child, goodbye.
About making a woman give up everything. When Jesus was walking the earth, when he met his disciples, when he met the fishermen, he made them, his whole thing was give all you have and follow me.
Y'all hear that? Now this would be your Christian nigga. A lot of them like to operate from their Bible, their so-called Bible. I ran into one of these types in my past at work. And I think he was coming on so strong and trying to tell me, yeah, I go to church. And now if you know anything about me, I don't give a damn about that. Don't care. Because I find a lot of times the people that go the most, okay, got the devil up in them more than anybody. Okay, so yeah, this man ended up, I remember at this job, calling me a bitch, kicking my property, but he was a pastor. He was a pastor. I said, where in the good book do it say you call a woman out her name and kick her property just because she don't want to speak to you? Okay, you gonna force somebody to speak to you? But I told y'all, y'all don't want to listen. Watch out for these so-called Christian men, honey. They insecure too.
Right? The fishermen left their boats and rods and nets behind. They left their profession behind and followed him. So my whole thing with the woman is give what you have and follow me. This is from the gate.
Okay, so now we've moved into the realm of him using God and Jesus as his wingman. This is my boy. We take selfies together. We go to the club together. This is my dude. So you ladies who follow religion and are of that faith that you believe in, God and Jesus and all that kind of stuff, this would pique your interest. You would be listening carefully, which is the idea. They try to use a lot of nonsensical conversation to kind of dizzy you with words. Of course, that shit never worked on me, and it really don't work now. So luckily, you all have me on your team. So I'm listening to this, right? And I'm thinking, no, he did not. No, he did not make a reference and allude to him being on any kind of par with Jesus Christ himself. And I went back and I listened to it and I said, oh, I was wrong. He did. So, are you hearing me? Okay, so because Jesus, who is like the Son of God himself, allegedly, says, give all you have and follow me, then you supposed to do the same thing with this clown? This clown?
Hell no. I'll answer that for you. Okay, really watch out for those Christian types. And they freaks. Just think Jamal Bryant. Okay? And the rest of these so-called, and that preacher that was in Women of Brewster Place, remember? The one that was messing with Jack A. Harry, and Oprah was trying to tell Jack A. that man ain't no good, and yep.
Talking to a guy the other day, and he was telling me about things with his wife, and and women have this way of forcing. They try to guilt the guy into feeling bad about what he may want. Like let's say a guy wants the password to his girl's social media. They'll call, you're so insecure. They'll force him to. Try to make him feel insecure so he doesn't push forward with what he wants.
You are insecure if you asking for passwords. Okay, that's ridiculous.
And I always tell guys, I don't give a. I'm insecure. No, what's the password? Okay, yeah.
Don't give it to him, ladies.
Own whatever if a woman tries to guilt you and make you feel bad, always own that shit. If she try to make you feel insecure, I'll be insecure. Now give me them passwords.
Alright, you guys, that is all Miss Robinson got to say about this here video, honey. Get down in those comments, honey. Let me know what you thought about this here video. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. I am your girl, brand new, and I will check you guys out in the next video.